Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to do our morning mat with props, and our prop today is our hand weights. I'm going to use a set of 2-pound weights. You can go lighter or heavier. I just want to make sure you don't stress out the shoulder joint when we are using it for upper body. I also have a block because for some people, if the back or hamstrings, hips are tight, you might not be able to sit in this comfortable position. So being able to put a block underneath you allows your legs to have a little bit more freedom to relax. You can engage your abdominals and lift out of your back a little bit easier. So use that prop also if you need to, and we are going to get started. We're going to start by taking the weights in our hands and doing a little bit of a roll back. Right, so you have to decide what's best for your body. If you have limitations regarding flexion or extension, just modify or go into another exercise until we move on. So I have my weights in my hands. I'm just going to use them just as a little counterweight. My feet are no more than 2 fist width apart and I have them anchored. I want to roll back and then scoop my belly to come back in, right? 2. And come back in, and inhale, and come back in. Do one more. Excellent. Now I'm going to take the weights and I'm going to row them in as I roll back. So I'm going to row and reach with my round back. 2, and lift. 3, good. We're going to do 5, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to turn up into a bicep curl. I'm going to curl as I roll back. 1, I'm just getting my arms. 2, and my spine ready for the workout. 3, and 4. 1 more. 5. Excellent. Now I'm going to roll all the way down. Set the weights on the front of my hips and do a little bridge here. Just get my hips ready. Again, just 5. Let's start a little warm up. Feet still 2 fist width apart. And I'm going to lift. This is just creating a little extra weight on my hips. 5. Lift. 4. 3. 2. And 1, and then set the weights by your side. Let's do single leg circles for 5 on each leg. Take that leg up. This leg can be out or bent, and let's take it across the body, out and around and up. 5, just to warm up the hip. 4, 3, you can use these weights to press down on. Once you do 5, reverse the direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, and let's switch legs. All right, I'm going to keep that leg bent. Just for some stability, I can press down into the mat, cross around. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one. Excellent. All right, we're ready to go into our series. We're going to start with our 100. I'm going to just hold the weights in my hand as I lift my head, neck, and chest, and I'm actually going to do something with my legs instead of my arms because I don't want to pump with that weight in my hands. All right, legs come to tabletop. Arms are lifted right at hip height. Lift your head, neck, and chest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale, extend my legs for 5. Exhale, pull them back in. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 4, 5. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 4, 5, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, or down. All right. So now we're going to use those weights for coordination. So bring the legs to tabletop, elbows float on the mat, lift above the mat, lift the head, neck, and chest. We're going to take both arms and legs out, open, close, only the legs, bend the knees, bend the arms. Let's do that 5 more times. Press out, open, close, bend, and bend. And 2, open, close, exhale, exhale. 3, open, close, exhale, exhale. 4, open, close. 1 more, 5, and come on in. Excellent. All right, so let's come on off of your back and let's start with our first upper body series. We're gonna work on our rowing. Again, if you wanna use a block, you can. Put that underneath your hips. Otherwise, you're extending your legs out in front. All right, so we're gonna go into that rowing position again. Arms are up, nice and tall. Lift your abdominals up. If you need to bend your knees, you can. And I want you to just pull the weights. We're not rounding your back now, just pull the weights into your chest and back out. Let's do this 8, and back out, and 7, and 6. Lifting, lifting out of your hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Still sitting up nice and tall, abdominals engaged. Let's go into a bicep curl. Curl, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. Now take those arms out to the side and go into your chest expansion. If you're on the floor, you'll have to take the arms out to a V and then back up. Now, nothing is changing with the shape of our spine. 2, and 3, and 4. Roll those shoulders back. 5, and 6. 2 more. 7, and 8. Excellent. Now we're going to add those as a series, 1 of each. Weights, palms are facing one another. We're going to pull in for 1. Open the arms, curl bicep. 2, curl down. 3, and back. 1, bicep curl. 2, chest expansion. 3, row. 1, curl. 2, chest expansion. 3, and 1, curl. 2, chest expansion. 3, 1 more time. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. All right, shake out those legs. Again, if you need to use your block, right, that might help you stay out of your quads a little bit more, because now it lets the legs relax down. All right, let's go into rowing from the chest. The weights go right by your chest, right? Lift out of your back, pull your stomach in. You're gonna go right to your forehead, lower and lift, and then circle the arms up and around, right? Stay slightly in front of your body. Go out and up, down and up, and circle. Get taller. Out and up, down and up, circle. Get taller. Out and up, down and up, circle. Good, 1 more, 5 of each. Out and up, down and up, circle. Now let's go into that round back. You'll take your head towards your knees. You're gonna push the weights out, so you wanna feel a stretch in your back when you do that. And then stack everything up, and the ending's the same, circle right in front of the hips. 5, dive, stretch your back, lift up. 4, dive, stretch from your back, lift. Good, let's do 2 more. Dive, stretch from your back. All right, you wanna not just be pushing the weights out to your feet. Dive, stretch from your back, and circle. All right, Crisscross the legs, right? A little easier to do on this block if you have one. Shave and hug. We're going to do 8 of each. You're going to take the hands. If you have weights, go ahead and cross them just for safety. Take them back down behind your head or in front if your mobility is less. Now, the first thing I want you to do is activate your upper abs to get those ribs from popping out. Pull your low belly in, lengthen your backbones. Get that natural curve. Out and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now uncross the weights, take them out to the side for your hug a tree. Relax the shoulders. 1, stay slightly in front of you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more, 7, and 8. Excellent job. All right, so let's go on to our stomach now, kind of give those hips a little break. Lie down. That'll open up the front of the hips as if we were on our long box. So let's start with some hip extension. Take your hands and cross them. Put your forehead down. And then we're just going to lift one leg. The thing is, you don't want to feel yourself twist. Activating that right glute. Straight up 5 times. Lift and lower. Stomach in, backbone's lifted. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch that to the other leg. Open up the front of the hip. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's flutter kick those legs. Bring both legs up. So this is the bottom half of swimming. I want you to feel this coming from those glutes. Keep them on for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Now go into your Pilates V, heels together, so you can have a little external rotation. We're going to lift the heels, or lift both legs, tap the heels together for some heel beats. Forehead down. You can press those elbows down into your mat to kind of anchor into your back. Lift both legs, stomach in, tap, tap, tap. Keep tapping those heels, right? Find those inner thighs. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, give your back a little break, sit back over your heels, and then we're going to use our weights. Now, when we use the weights for that upper body, you don't have to use the weights at all, right? We're looking for range of motion in that shoulder. So if by adding the weights causes undue tension in the neck, then eliminate the weights, just do the motion. All right, so we're going to go back down on our stomach with our weights. We're going to take our arms out to a V, so on the outside of your mat. Now, we want our full body involved, so I'm going to keep my heels together, but I'm not in external rotation. I'm just trying to find that midline, which will help me activate my abdominals. Arms are going to come out to a V. We're going to do single arm. My forehead is down, or you can use a little towel or your block to set it on. All right, I'm going to start with my right. Got my long body, and I'm going to lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, no rotation on the ribs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take those weights out to a T. So I'm going to use this little block. You might be able to hear me a little bit better. I have my forehead on that. Okay. Right arm, I'm going to lift it to initiate. My shoulders roll back, and then I'm going to lift. 8, 7, again, no rotation in my ribs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then other side, lift, and then go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. All right, so let's sit back into that child's pose, hips over heels again. And then we're going to come up. We're either going to be seated or kneeling and do some external rotation. So let me go seated so my head doesn't get cut off. All right, I'm going to keep my weights. I just have the 2 pound. I want to think about my shoulders hanging more on the back side of my body. And I'm going to externally rotate and bring that back in. That's also going to finish up that with a nice opening of the chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to hold that last one. 8, 9, and 10. Now reach those arms out. Good. And so my palms are facing up. And let's do a little, we're going to rotate one down and the other one's up. And then we're going to reverse that, right? So I'm just doing this little corkscrew action in my shoulder joint to bring awareness to maybe which one is tighter. You probably already felt that. Or which one's maybe weaker. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. 1 more. Excellent. All right. So let's go back to that round back position. Again, if you need to do this, I'm going to just face you guys in a flat back. You can. And we're going to use the weights to go out to the side. Okay, so let's start add those obliques. So feet, hip, fist width apart. You're going to round back, reach that arm out, and then bring it back in. And 2, and back in, and 3, and 4. Pull in. Use the weight to create some resistance on that oblique. 4 more each side. 4, exhale. And 3. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now set the weights down. Let's do a little flat back here. Hands can be either across the chest or behind the head. Now we don't have our foot strap like we have. So remember, if you bring the arms up, it's going to weight you more. I want you to hinge 45 degrees and then get taller. If your feet started to pop up, take your hands here. I'd rather use your abdominals than have to leverage your legs. 2. Inhale, lift. 3. So abs are on, we're lifting out of our low back. 4, let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Excellent. Good. All right, let's come down on one of those elbows. So continuing with obliques. All right, we're going to have our elbow, and you can fold up your mat if you need a little bit more cushion. And we're going to work the oblique in a side plank. So we're going to do 1 set, and then we're going to add the weight. So come up. I want your knee down, stomach pulled in, and you're just going to go down and up, right? 2 and up. This arm can reach or stay here or behind your head. Good. Do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1 more. The reason I want your knee down is I want you to really focus on here versus the hip. We're going to get to that. Take that weight down by your side. Same thing. Come up. That's going to create a little extra weight that your waist has to lift. 1 and 2. You can bring it up here if that feels better. It does for me. 3, 4, 5. Now try to make sure your head is just an extension of your spine. Good. Last one. Excellent. Now, set that weight down. We're going to stay on this side. We're going to really work this side. We're going to add some rotation. Again, if this is not good for your back, then you skip this one, go back to this move. So you're going to come up. You're going to reach that arm. You're going to rotate for 5. We're going to do it with the weight next. 4, 3, 2, one more. Excellent, good. All right, sorry, I should have put my hair up. Let's do that with the weight this time. Again, I just have 2-pound weights. Lift up, rotate. See how it kind of pulls you under. Try to keep that rotation in your thoracic. 3, good, 2 more. Last one. Excellent. All right, let's do that on the other side. So I do like to have my mat rolled up for that little extra support. The studio floor is not that soft, but if you're on carpet with your mat on top, you may be fine. All right, remember, we're going to keep the knee bent. I want you to focus on the obliques today. All right, so we're going to lift up, lower and lift. Make sure that shoulder's right over your elbow, down and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now grab that weight. All right, put it on that hip. Same thing, down and up. Now remember, if you need to, you can put a ball under that hip. It'll tell your body that it has some support. Do 4 more. And we'll make this a little bit more doable if coming up on one side or using that shoulder is too much. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to add rotation. So hopefully that made sense. Use your mini ball right underneath your hip. When you come up, you put the ball under. Your range of motion is smaller, but it'll give your body a sense of stability, and you'll probably come out of, if you're like pulling in your neck or just can't lift your hip up. All right, so take that weight, whoops, sorry, no weights for 5. Lift up, rotate. Rotate through that thoracic. 5, 4, 3. Very aware of your waist now. Good. And then, very aware of my hair in my face. Come on up. And now we're going to rotate with the weight. 5, 4, 3. Good. 2. One more. Excellent. All right, come on down. Okay, so stay on that side. Let's go down on your side and work your hip. Clams. Now I'm going to support my head. Again, if you need a towel or something, feel free to get that. Now when you're laying on your side, I want you to think about this waist that we just worked, and we're still holding up off the ground. So heels are in line with your sits bones, starting with the feet down, knees together, heels glued together. Remember that inner thigh connection. Anchor into your back, right, with this front arm. You can also use a block, right, if you have a little bit tighter shoulder. And then let's just do clams for 8. Now, I'm trying to keep my waist lifted, right? Lots of things I can use to anchor into my back. Good. We're trying to turn on this outer hip. Got to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, lift the heels. Notice that'll turn this into internal rotation. Try not to lose your waist. Do a second set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the heels up, right? Waist is up, heels are up, anchored into your back. Open and then extend. Down and down. 2, extend. So when you extend, you need to keep the contraction in the glute. Don't just extend up from your knee. 3, right? Hold that on your hip if you need to. 4, this leg is helping you anchor because we're gonna use the weight next. 5, 6, 2 more. Last one. Excellent. All right. Add a little extra weight to that leg. So back to that starting position. Now use this bottom leg to anchor, right, so that you can lift the waist, that leg and hip. Heels stay really glued together, okay? So add that weight. You're going to lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift the heels, right? And then make that a bigger clam. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now add the extension. You should be very aware of your hip now. Open, extend, together, close. Heels, heels, right? Get that connection. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Good. 2 more. 7. Last one. Excellent. All right. Let's repeat that to the other side. So spin around or turn around away from me. That's okay. Support yourself, right? See how that shoulder feels. Just have your weight close by. I'm going to use it just to anchor. All right. Lift that bottom waist. Stomach pulled in, backbone still long, right? And we're going to open, right? 8. Sometimes I have to put my hand there, right? To make sure I'm firing the right spot. Good. 5, 6, 7. One more. All right, let's lift the heels and open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Add the extension. Open, extend, together, down. 2, 3, right? Abs pulled in, bottom waist lifted. 4 and 5, 6, 2 more. 7. Last one. Excellent. All right. Do you have a lazy side? Let's add the weight, right? You're going to add it on that thigh. Heels in line with your sits bones. Pull your stomach in, lift that bottom waist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your heels, right? See how that internally rotates? And now I have to work bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Extend, open, extend, together. 1, together. 2, and 3, and 4. Almost there. Keep that glute on. Good. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. All right. Okay, let's go to our back. I'm going to grab both weights. Let's do a little neutral work for our stomach. So When you activate your transverse, you can actually feel the tissue between the belly button and the hip change, right? It actually tensions around to the back, the thoracolumbar fascia, which helps open up the vertebrae, right? The facets, the multifidi. So anyway, I want you to feel that engagement of pulling the abdominals in, feel that tensioning, and then hold that there. We're going to bring one leg to tabletop and then the other. So I didn't imprint my back. I'm on my pelvis. I'm holding neutral. And then I'm going to tap one toe down, back up. Now, the only angle that is changing is here in the front of my hip. I'm holding for endurance my transverse, right? And it really responds to breath. Inhale, exhale. Right? So you may even get where you're shaking just a little bit, right? So toe taps are fabulous to train the transverse, to train your neutral, right? If you have any back issues. Now, let's challenge ourselves. We're going to bring both legs down and then back up. Now, I might not be able to touch without arching my back, but I'm just creating a challenge to hold neutral. Let's do 6. Woo, shaking. 5. Add your breath. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Excellent. Relax down. All right, grab those weights. All right, we're going to finish up our routine here. We're going to do a little bit of rib cage arms to reset the shoulders, a little bit of bridge, and then we'll be done for today. So we're going to first anchor the shoulders, and I want you to take one arm up and then the other. So it's like a scissor of the arms. Try to see if you have your entire rib cage anchored, your pelvis, right? Your lumbar spine shouldn't be weighted. Good. Do 2 more on each side. Now bring the weights, palms facing towards your knees, take them up by your ears and circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Good, and let's reverse it. Down, out, and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Set those weights on the front of your hips. Let's rise up in a glute bridge, straight up for 8, 7, 6, imagine your inner thighs are on. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself down. Set the weights to the side. Roll yourself back up to a seated position. Give your arms a little stretch. So, today wasn't a full hour. I'm going to create some of these some of the morning mat series a little bit shorter because I really want you to practice daily and then to create some variety. So if you've got extra time, you're going to pull up another video and get maybe a different group of exercises. Otherwise, you're going to go on with your day and just be happy that you did something for your body. Thanks again for joining us today. I welcome any feedback. You can email info@perfectformpilates.com if there's anything you'd like to see in the videos or if you need assistance with any of the moves or modifications. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks again.